Morning guys, just arrived at a Polar charging point and it's stuck. It's not working. This one is near Boreham Wood. I'm at the Holiday Inn, tucked right behind the corner. I mean, I thought it would have been by the main reception, but it's not. But as you can see, touchscreen's not working. I've tried using my RF card, it's not even reading it, so yeah, not good. I'm not desperate for a charge. Would have been nice to be out of charge, but obviously I'll give them a bell and let's see what happens. I'll speak to you in a moment. So, just run customer services. It is 6:30 in the morning, and what a surprise, there's no one available until 7:30 AM. What happens if you're needing a charge sometime through 24 hours? This is one of the problems with the infrastructure that everyone goes on about. And now that Chargemaster or Polar is owned by BP, they need to get this sorted. Like I said, it's not a major biggie. I've still got 50%. I've got enough to get back home or maybe to work and do another hour or so, but it'd be nice to actually use the charging station. What I'm now going to do is, because it's getting on towards where one of my Glen Hopkin dealerships are going to be opening, or there might be staff there, and I'll see if I can rapid charge there. But we shouldn't have to rely on dealerships, guys. This is just absolutely outrageous. Yeah, not good. And before I go, I appreciate BP, or Chargemaster was taken over by BP, and they're probably in the changeover period. I get all of that, but this was months ago. And when I was up at Luton Airport, I went to one of the charging stations that was still under this network at the HQ might I had in Luton. Well, it said the HQ on the actual app, but anyway, wasn't working. And I had to travel another 3 miles down the M1 towards London, charge there, and then backtrack back up to Luton and back, you know. But anyway, guys, yeah, not good at all. But yeah, that they need they need 24-hour helplines on these things. And like, I'll give Ecotricity credit here, when their chargers don't work, you get a free vend. These ones should be on free vend, so effectively they never ever switch off in the case of an emergency. Don't know, maybe something that BP may or may not do. So finally managed to find a rapid charger over at Northfield. I'm now charging on the InstaVolt. As you can probably see, I'm parked across both of them. It's because this garage has actually got a very skew-whiffed kind of entry point into these charging points, and it does matter because the right hand charger isn't working. So I thought, instead of me waiting for them cars to move out off the forecourt and then reverse down and come in here, I just pulled across it. I'll show you very quickly, so you know I'm not just hogging 2 spaces. This one is actually where are we? It'll probably come up in a moment. There you go, charger error. So that one's not working. That one is. So yeah, so not really not having a very good day today, guys. Going back to that Polar charger that I went to, I meant to say I actually went to another one. Can't think where that one was. It was over near West London. That one wasn't working as well. That was about 3 weeks ago. So we've got the A10 one, that one at where does that come under? I guess Boreham Wood. That one wasn't working. The one in North London wasn't working, and the one over at Luton, which I appreciate the HQ, if they were in transition, I don't know why didn't they keep that operational, because people still can use it because it's right near the terminal. Well, it's about 1.5 miles away from the terminal. But yeah, not having a good morning, guys. And like I said a little while ago, save going round in circles and repeating myself, this is one of the reasons why this infrastructure needs to change. It really is silly. So, by the way, I went to Glen Hopkins at Waltham Abbey. It was just after 7 in the morning, and they weren't open. There was 2 Leafs actually being charged up like their own vehicles, or probably would have finished overnight, obviously. But it meant I'd have had to got one of the salespeople, even if it was open, to move them out, or one of them out of the way, so I could have charged. But going back to this Polar, I'm seriously considering cancelling my subscription, because what a lot of people around the world might not know is, unless you live in the UK, Polar actually charge you subscription based, whereas Ecotricity charge you a set amount. Like these, Instavolt charges you a set amount per kilowatt hour, as do the Shell Recharge. But yeah, I say you pay less per kilowatt on the Polar network because you're on a subscription base. But the fact that a lot of them ain't working, I can't recommend that service. Not currently. Maybe in a few months, or maybe in a year's time, when BP finally gets its finger out and basically starts rectifying these issues, we might get a network, at least with Polar, that is, it's actually worthy of actually using and recommending. But currently, right now, what I've seen, I'd rather pay the extra money to Ecotricity, truth be told. I mean, my bill just come through for last month, including my subscription fee, which was nearly £8. The bill, I think, was nearly £12, using the rapid charges, that is. And I only used, I think, if I remember rightly, I think I used them twice in that last month, rapid charges, that is. And I think I used one, I went from 45% up to 70%, which is about 25%, which is about 10 kilowatts, and the other time was about the same. So I've used 20 kilowatts, and 20 times 30 pence is £6. Is that right? Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, 10 times, yeah, £6. So I would have saved nearly £6 by going just to Ecotricity and stamping up the 30 pence per kilowatt hour. So, and like I said earlier when I was at the other charging station, even if Ecotricity stations aren't working, you get a free vend. Like this Instavolt, it's not working, and there's no free vend. So they've probably got the same problem that Polar will have. So yeah, all of this needs to change, guys, and I appreciate it probably will change over in years to come. But right here and now in the private hire and taxi industry, unless you've got a company that's got access to a rapid charger, or you've got at least 2 in the town where you work, I can't recommend these cars. Unless, of course, like I said, like I've primarily looked at doing, which was basically using my own infrastructure at home, and that's all you rely on. So effectively you get your daily charge. When it's gone, you go home, and that's the end of it. Hi guys, just as an update to my video earlier regarding the Polar rapid charging point that I went to, and the ones I've been to recently where they've all faltered, spoke to a very pleasant lady on the phone after they opened, and explained my situation and our potential situation regarding us being in the private hire and taxi industry, that we need 24-hour call support, like I mentioned earlier on in the year regarding my Pod Point home charging station, where I had problems with that. She said that they are due to implement better customer services, like out-of-hour support, from the 1st of November this year, which is 2018. So by the time you probably watch this video in months to come, unless you're watching it in the next couple of days, they are rectifying this problem. She was very apologetic, understandably, explaining that I was a private R-stroke taxi driver, and that, you know, I was basically caught out on a limb, and that obviously we need this more so than the domestic market, because if we haven't got a backup, we're going to be basically knackered. and some of us will be, and we're going to end up probably having to use Nissan's recovery service to recover the cars back to a charging point that is actually working. Anyway guys, that was just a quick update, and hopefully that will be rectified in the next month or so, which is really good news. Obviously what I'll do is I'll actually check back in a month or so and actually see if they have actually got out of our support. Anyway guys, I'm nearly home now. I will speak to you guys soon. Bye for now.